Yo, what's up? It's Jon Belcher coming to you in this video, also known as Jaydis Crete. As some of you know, that's my stage name. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about failure versus success. And the first thing you got to know about success is 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to get to success until you've overcame failure. And I'm going to be straight up with you. If you want to have success in anything that you're doing, you got to be willing to fail fast, fail quick, make mistakes quick, mess up quick, get messing up out the way so that you can start getting to the success that you want. Because failure is not really failure unless you give up. From failure, you can learn. From failure, you can grow. From failure, you can get better. So you can't expect just to go out there and be perfect. When you start something, it might take you 1 year, it might take you 3 years, it might take you 5 years, it might take you 10 years, it might take you 15 years to get to the level of success that you've always dreamed about. But it's still worth it at the end of the day. And a lot of people don't understand that success and failure are just opposite sides of the same pole. And usually when it comes to anything in life, you can't get to that success that you want until you've overcame the failure part. See, most people, they give up while they're struggling. Most people, they give up while they're in the phase of making mistakes. So they never grow past those mistakes and get to the point of having success and having better days and making money and just reaching the full potential they've always wanted to reach. Most people give up quick. But to be real with you, when you go through the battle and the journey and you start to fall in love with the process, you actually get to a point where you kind of appreciate the failure. You appreciate the dark times. You appreciate the dark days. You appreciate the days where you wake up in the morning and didn't make no money in your business. You start to appreciate the days where you wake up in the morning and see that you didn't get the results that you thought you were going to get. And the reason is because all that is feedback. And from that feedback that you're getting on your journey towards success, you can learn from that feedback. But if you get depressed, if you get sad, if you start to beat yourself up, what's going to happen is you're going to miss the lesson that you're supposed to learn from failure. The quicker you can fail, the quicker you can make mistakes, will be the quicker you'll be able to overcome and go into success. Even if it's a baby, right? Even a baby that's trying to learn how to walk, it doesn't just say, oh, I fell on my butt 10 times. Forget it. I'm not going to learn how to walk anymore. Forget walking. I don't want to learn that anymore. Walking is not for me. Babies don't say that. Babies keep getting up. Babies keep holding on to things. Babies keep taking their steps. And then what eventually happens? What eventually happens is that baby that didn't know how to walk before is now walking on its own. Then next thing you know, that baby gets a little older and that baby starts to run. That person starts to run. Imagine that, going from crawling to walking to running. That's kind of how success is with everything. But you got to understand that there's beauty in failure. So fail fast, make mistakes quick. This is why pencils have erasers. Pencils have erasers because you might make a mistake when you're writing. But that doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. That doesn't mean you don't know where you're headed. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you from firsthand experience that things take time for you to build. Especially if you're talking about things that bring you passive income. Especially if you're talking about becoming a truly successful entrepreneur. It's going to take you a lot of time, a lot of experience, and it's going to take you going through a lot before you get to a level of success that you've always wanted to get to. But like I said, it's survival of the fittest, right? What success does, what real success does is it weeds out all the people who don't really want it. What true success does is it weeds out all the people who ain't really about that life. But you're about that life. And that's why you're watching this video right now, because you know that there's something inside of you that won't allow you to give up. There's something inside of you that won't allow you to throw in the towel. For some reason, you just keep going. For some reason, no matter how many times you get knocked down, you keep on getting back up again. I don't know what that reason is. Only you know what that reason is. But what I can say is it's because there's something special inside of you. Why you keep getting back up again? Because 9 out of 10 people, they're not going to keep getting back up again. 9 out of 10 people are going to say, that's not for me. Let me not continue. Let me not learn how to walk. Let me not learn how to ride a bike. Let me not learn how to run this business. Most people are going to do that because the easiest thing in the world you can do is give up. Please drop a comment below if you feel what I'm saying in this video so far. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm talking about so far. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button if you're feeling what I'm talking about right now. But there's something special inside of you. And you got to understand that failure is not really separate from success. It's on the same pole. Failure is on the same pole of success. It's just on the opposite extreme, right? It's just like how when you go somewhere or any place, right? Let's say a home or outside, wherever. And if there's a lack of heat, what is it, right? What does it mean when they say there's a lack of heat? That means it's cold. It just means that heat is absence. So cold and heat are opposite extremes of the same pole. Because when you say it's cold, you're just saying that there's a lack of heat. That's all you're saying. That's all you're saying. And then when it's hot, that just means that there's a lot of heat energy in wherever you are. So that's kind of what success versus failure is like. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, and it's kind of an inverse way, a counterintuitive way to think of things, because a lot of people look at somebody who may be struggling at something right now and they say, oh, you're not going to make it in that thing. Oh, you're not going to be successful because you're not doing good. Well, my question is, how the fuck will you ever get to ever do good if you give up now? How would you ever get to a point of having success if you give up during the learning phase? How can you ever get to the point of making money and succeeding doing what you want to do and doing what you love if you never fucking go through the ups and downs that it takes for you to learn to even get to the successful level? Because all the successful people did, to be honest with you, is they went through the failure process. But they didn't just go through the failure process. They learned from the failure process. They learned what not to do. They learned how to do things better until that process became second nature for them. And you know, Thomas Edison, although he stole the patent to the light bulb, right? Although he stole he got help, and you know, the African-American guy who helped him didn't necessarily get the credit. You know, we give Thomas Edison the credit up to this day for inventing the light bulb. But whatever. He did say something that's very profound. Thomas Edison said something that's very profound. What he said was, every time he tried to perfect the light bulb, each time he tried to do it, he said he failed thousands and thousands of times. And he said every time he failed, he said he failed like 10,000 times, right? And he said every time he failed, he just learned what not to do. And that made him know that he was getting closer and closer to succeeding in creating the light bulb, right? Speaking of a light bulb, we got a light bulb up there, right? So light bulbs are something we use every day at the end of the day, even though he stole, right? He stole, let's just be real. But at the end of the day, that quote he said, when he said, I've tried 10,000 times and every time that I failed, I just learned what not to do. So I knew I was getting closer to having success. And that's how it is with everything else in life, guys. So I just want to share that message with you that failure is kind of success. It is success just inverse. It's inverse success, right? That's what failure is. So you got to get through the failure, get through the mistakes, and you'll get to where you want to go. This is your boy, Jon Belcher, aka Jaydis Crete. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.